Hearing the nurse hesitate in her words, Gyujin and Ning were stunned and pale. Their eyes widened, struggling to believe the harsh reality. Tears began to gather on both of their eyelashes, then flowed down their cheeks. Hyojin could not stand the shocking news. She sank down and cried out, Mr. N, if you leave, how will I be able to live? And Ning looked at her anxiously, calling out, Mother. And Ning was anxious. Her heart felt like it was on fire. She asked the nurse, is there really not a glimmer of hope left? The nurse looked very sympathetic and offered her condolences. We are very sorry. Continuing treatment would only be a waste of money. If there are other family members, please call them to say their final goodbye. Upon hearing this, and Ning softly asked, can I go in and see him now? Her mother behind her could no longer stand. She was continuously crying and had to lean on someone else to remain upright. The nurse replied, yes, according to the regulations, everyone can go in for a final visit. Lin Ke gently placed his hand on Ning's shoulder to comfort her, his voice warm. I will go in with you. I'll see if there is still a way. And Ning's eyes sparkled as she looked up at him. Thank you. The nurse accompanying them, Cheng Yang, was the one who opened the door. She said, I understand, Director Ni. So next. Before she could finish, Cheng Yang, looking annoyed and angry, pointed directly at Lin Ke and Ning, both of whom were already dressed to visit the patient. He said loudly, what are you doing here? This is the ICU, you can't go in. And Ning, witnessing his incomprehensible behavior, angrily replied, isn't it forbidden to visit in the ICU? What's wrong with Lin Ke coming in with me? Cheng Yang countered her words, his voice dripping with annoyance as if accusing her. Do you even know who I am? Did you consider my feelings when you did that? And Ning crossed her arms, eager to end this conversation. She said, don't say any more. I haven't even brought up what happened yesterday. Let's leave it at that. We need to go inside now. Please step aside. Cheng Yang adjusted his glasses, thinking he was very important, and said in a mysterious tone, well, let me tell you, if you refuse to acknowledge it, I no longer care about your family matters. You'll have to deal with the next steps yourself. And Ning had no expectations, and she replied, I never dreamed of you to begin with. Cheng Yang felt offended and stubbornly blocked the door to the patient room. He shouted loudly, all right, I'll tell you directly, according to regulations, only one person is allowed to visit. With me here, don't even think about going in with him. Never. Lin Ke stood in the middle, trying to prevent the argument between the two while calmly putting on gloves. Okay, stop arguing, this is the ICU, don't disturb the patients inside. He turned to Cheng Yang and calmly said, your deputy director is inside, right? Call him out here, I want to talk. Cheng Yang scoffed at Lin Ke's words, his tone slightly sarcastic. You want to talk to our principal? Who do you think you are to deserve a conversation with us? Interrupting Cheng Yang, a person stepped forward and asked loudly, what is going on here? That person was Zhang Daiyang, the vice dean of the hospital. He appeared slightly angry. I've been inside listening to you all argue nonstop. Do you know where this is? Cheng Yang promptly pointed at Lin Ke to report him. Principal Zhang, there's a lunatic here. I'm about to call security to have him removed. Zhang Daiyang looked in the direction Cheng Yang was pointing, asking suspiciously, are you Director Lin of Puoshen Hospital? He seemed to recall something, his face beaming as he approached Lin Ke to greet him. He said, it is truly an honor to meet Director Lin here. You must guide me in my work so that I can proceed with the improvements. Cheng Yang, who was watching from behind, was extremely surprised and confused. Before he could regain his composure, Zhang Daiyang happily introduced, let me introduce everyone briefly. The person standing in front of us is Director Lin, a former world-class expert in heart surgery at Shanghai Huashen Hospital. Cheng Yang's eyes widened and he gasped, repeatedly thinking to himself, Director of the Heart Department at Huashen Hospital. Lin Ke then spoke up, Principal, you're being too polite. There is a patient named Ngu Hua inside, who is my friend's father. I'm going in to check on him. I hope there won't be any issues. Zhang Daiyang immediately agreed, of course, there's no problem at all. Go right in. Lin Ke turned to call in Ning, let's go in and check the situation. And Ning responded with an okay and walked in with him. Lin Ke opened the door to the ICU room, and Ning felt anxious as she saw her father needing a ventilator, still unconscious in bed. She called out, Father. Lin Ke gently held her hand to stop her from getting too anxious and making a scene. Lin Ke advised Ning, don't get too agitated, stand back for now. There's still hope for recovery, but if you cause a scene, there won't be any chance at all. Hearing him, Ning's eyes were filled with hope. She eagerly asked, is there really still hope? Lin Ke confidently replied, don't you see who I am? After saying that, he began to work. Taking a stethoscope out of his pocket, he skillfully placed it on Ning's father, listening intently. He didn't forget to ask the nurse standing by, has the angiogram been done? The nurse, while reviewing the images, responded, it's been completed. Director Lin, take a look. Looking at the angiogram in his hand, Lin Ke quickly found a solution. He said to the nurse, "Push him to the operating room. It's still time to replace the vessel." Zhang Weiyang, hearing this, immediately helped him coordinate the team, directing loudly, "Prepare the operating room for patient number 2. The nurse swiftly gathered her strength to push in Gu Hua, who was lying on the bed, to the operating room. Zhang Weiyang, concerned, turned to Lin Ke and reported on Gu Hua's medical condition. He said, "Director Lin, should we have a consultation meeting? The patient has a history of high blood pressure, and if we perform the vascular replacement surgery, the success rate is less than 1%. Lin Ke replied calmly with a smile, "There's no need for a consultation. If we are careful, there won't be any issues." He spoke confidently as if he had success firmly in his grasp. Continuing, he said, "Prepare a set of clothes for me, Principal Zhang. If you don't mind, could you act as deputy surgeon for me? I can't do it alone in time." Zhang Weiyang was very excited, saying, "It's truly an honor. During the surgery, can the doctors in the hospital observe and learn from the side?" Lin Ke smiled and replied, "Sure, as long as it doesn't interfere with the surgery, you can arrange it as you wish." Zhang Weiyang beamed. "Thank you, Director Lin. I will go to the operating room now to prepare a bit. The surgery will start in 20 minutes. And Ning, who had been anxiously worried all along, listened to the conversation among everyone. She grabbed Lin Ke's hand and, with eager anticipation, asked, "Is it really possible to perform the surgery?" Lin Ke replied firmly, "When I said it could be saved, it means there won't be any issues. Everyone outside should just wait for my news." He turned back, gently holding in Ning's hands, reassuring her once more, "This matter is on me. I will take full responsibility." And Ning, feeling more at ease, said, "Thank you." It wasn't until 5 hours later that the operating room door finally opened. The announcement board displayed the words, "Surgery completed." Lin Ke stepped outside gradually, and Ning eagerly asked, "How did it go?" Everyone around turned their attention to him, hoping for good news. Just as they wished, Lin Ke took off his mask, smiled brightly, and announced, "Don't worry, the surgery was a success." Upon hearing this, Ning was extremely delighted, expressing her gratitude. "You've worked hard." Chang Yang stood in a corner with a pale face, cold sweat forming, gritting his teeth as he looked at Lin Ke with a gaze full of hatred upon seeing him smile. Hu Bijin anxiously asked, "Director Lin, will there be any complications after the surgery?" Lin Ke reassured them, "There won't be any complications. Everyone can rest assured. After all, surgery involves cutting, which can affect the body, so it's important to take good rest in the coming months." Hu Bijin felt more at ease upon hearing this and suggested to her daughter, "It's already past 6 o'clock. Director Lin hasn't eaten for several hours. You should invite Director Lin to have a meal. Your father is fine here, and we still have the 3 of us." The uncle beside them added, "Yes, yes, yes. You two go out to eat. There's no need to worry about things here." Listening to her mother, and Ning quickly took Lin Ke's arm, not forgetting to turn back and remind, "If anything happens, just call me, okay?" And Ning was bright and cheerful, chatting with Lin Ke as they walked. "You really surprised me. Not only do you work in the poverty alleviation department, but you're also a skilled doctor. I couldn't tell at all." Lin Ke felt shy at her compliment and humbly replied, "I'm just free, so it's good to experience life a bit." And Ning teased him with a laugh. "I feel like you're not an ordinary person. You're even younger than me, yet you have such exceptional surgical skills. Truly a genius." Chang Yang, standing behind, couldn't stand the scene any longer. He frowned and picked up his phone to call a mysterious person. He said, "I'm looking for Boss Sun Man Jia. Just tell them I found the person who harmed his brother." In Hansui Hall, a magnificent and spacious place with luxurious classical architecture, Sun Man Lu and Sun Man Jia were relaxing, enjoying a lavish spa service. A formally dressed man approached to announce, "Mr. Shun, a person named Need called about yesterday's incident involving Brother Lai. He said he knows who the culprit is." Man Jia, upon hearing this, looked at Sun Man Lu, pondering something. He picked up the phone and hesitated to speak. Sun Man Lu, anxious next to him, asked, "Do you have information about the perpetrator?" Man Jia replied, "The other party said Lin Ke is at the medical university's second hospital. I don't think they're lying. He doesn't have the guts to do that." Sun Man Lu frowned and pointed, saying, "He could be a coach. Bring Jin Bao along. He's all we need. Jin Bao's level, based on the current rank, should be about level E by now." Sun Man Jia laughed and said, "Then we need to get Jin Bao to tone down his strength. If one of his punches can easily cause lasting damage, we need you to act as a wall for me. What level are you at now?" Sun Man Lu was full of confidence, his eyes determined. Man Jia quickly led the group to meet Chang Yang. He greeted, "Dr. Ni, I didn't expect you were working. There was a bit of a misunderstanding last night. I hope you don't take it to heart." Chang Yang was already waiting and replied, "I didn't expect we would have a chance to cooperate either." Manjia approached and shook hands with Cheng Yang, asking, "Where is the person who injured my brother now? Why did he show up at the hospital?" Cheng Yang said seriously, "They went out for a meal, but they will definitely be back tonight. You can call someone over. But about my girl, I hope you don't intend to hit her." Sun Manjia patted Cheng Yang on the shoulder and said, "It's simple. Let's consider it as if we didn't fight and don't know each other. Of course, there will be no ulterior motive towards your girlfriend. You can rest assured about this." Hyojin and others were still waiting outside the ICU. She saw Manjia and several others marching behind him and shouted in anger, "What are you all doing here? Haven't you seen enough?" Manjia spoke with a concerned yet sinister tone, delivering a cruel message. "Auntie, don't get agitated. We mean no harm, we just want to inquire about your partner. If something unexpected happens, I can still arrange for her to be sent to the crematorium." Uncle couldn't hold back and shouted, "What kind of language is that?" Cheng Yang pretended to step forward to block Uncle. "Uncle, please calm down. They outnumber us." Manjia lit a cigarette and threatened, "You elderly people don't concern me at all, but I'm not here to look for you today. Call your daughter and her boyfriend here. Hurry to the 3rd Inpatient Department, Rue 706 to find me. Otherwise, the old man inside won't survive until tomorrow." After speaking, he turned to his subordinates and ordered go to room 706 to visit Eli. The nurse beside him, who witnessed the incident, fearfully said, "Dr. Nee, should we call the police? These people are too cruel and want to cause chaos in the hospital." Cheng Yang remained silent, turning his head to look, seeming to have something on his mind. Hui Jin, panicking, picked up the phone and said, "I reported to the police this morning. These thugs are becoming more and more rampant. I need to call Ning right away." After leaving the hospital, and Ning went with Lin Ke to a place with ancient architecture. It was a location rich in old-fashioned style. And Ning introduced, "There is a restaurant inside that serves very delicious food, but it's not very fancy. You don't mind, do you?" Lin Ke replied comfortably, "Of course I don't mind. I really like places like this. They have a folk atmosphere." The two of them arrived at a bustling restaurant filled with laughter and conversation, and Ning smiled and handed Lin Ke a skewer of meat to try, saying, "You should try this. It tastes quite good." With his mouth full of food, Lin Ke enjoyed his commentary. "These real dishes are very delicious, even better than those in Shanghai. But this salad is just ordinary." And Ning laughed at his remark and said, "Come on, stop lying. The place may be a bit small and not as skilled as you, but still, it's good for the chefs." She was in the middle of a conversation when suddenly the phone rang, interrupting a lively discussion between the two. She picked up the phone and immediately shouted in panic, "They're here again." Lin Ke, sitting opposite her, frowned and asked, "What's wrong?" And Ning explained, "Sun Manjia has come to the hospital to cause trouble again." As soon as she finished speaking, Lin Ke immediately stood up and said, "Let's go. We need to return to the hospital." 20 minutes later, the two arrived at Ning's mother's location. She anxiously rushed over and asked, "Mom, what exactly happened? Why are those people looking for trouble at the hospital again?" Finally, her mother, equally anxious, recounted, "I don't know why they came to see Director Lin. After that, they said they were looking for us in room 706. Lin Ke asked worriedly, "Is everyone okay?" He seemed unbothered by their intent to confront him. Hui Jin, looking concerned, said, "It's fine. We're all doing well." Her mother worriedly reminded him, "But they don't seem to have good intentions. You shouldn't go." He turned away and not only unafraid but calmly said, "Don't worry. It's a small matter. I'll handle it. Everyone wait here." And Ning was not at ease. She held onto his arm and said, "Are you sure you'll be okay alone?" He confidently replied, "If I don't go, this matter will definitely remain unfinished. Everyone just wait here." In a hospital room, a subordinate of Sun Manjia complained, "Leader, it's been half an hour. Why is there still no movement? Could it be that he's too scared to come?" Manjia lay back on the bed smoking, thinking, "He even dared to stab me, so it can be seen that he is quite ruthless. Someone like that values their honor more than anything, so he probably won't be afraid to hide." Sun Manjia turned to instruct Jin Bao. "Jin Bao, when he comes in, take it easy. Don't kill him." A muscular man nodded in compliance. "All right." Manjia's face revealed a frightening malice, eyebrows furrowed with killing intent. He said, "Today must make him have an unforgettable night, so he knows this is not a place where he can show off." Lin Ke, with one hand in his pocket, strongly pushed the door open and asked, "I heard you were looking for me?" The four people opposite replied, "We've been looking for you for a long time. You stabbed my brother. How can we let that go easily?" Sun Manjia frowned, the cigarette still in his mouth, looking at Lin Ke with a smile. Lin Ke's expression showed no worry. On the contrary, he confidently replied, "It seems that you guys initiated this trouble, going to Ning's parents' house to make a scene, and then coming here to intimidate people. After all, you are influential individuals, yet you still engage in such behavior. It's obvious that you're not worth much. Jin Bao stepped up to Lin Ke and asked, Brother Jia, it's him, right? Manjina, looking displeased, said, No need to go outside. Let's beat him here and settle the scores once and for all. Jin Bao cracked his knuckles, making them pop, and gritted his teeth while asking, Lin Ke, I heard you know martial arts. Let me test your skills. It seemed Lin Ke stood there with no signs of fear. Suddenly, with a cheerful expression, he tightened his fist and swung it toward Jin Bao's face while asking, Test me? Jin Bao was startled by his unexpected action, but quickly regained his composure and deftly raised his hand to block the punch. Smugly, he said, So it turns out that's all you've got. Seems like I overestimated you. Both of them were now in a ready stance. Lin Ke continued, Don't worry, that was just one skill. It doesn't mean anything yet. Let's keep going. This time, Jin Bao charged forward and said, It's my turn now. Lin Ke tilted his head slightly, his face still showing confidence. Of course. Jin Bao's attack was nothing to him. Lin Ke easily caught it and swiftly countered. Jin Bao couldn't react in time and was then knocked down, blood spraying everywhere. Sun Man Jia, worried, stood up and asked, No way. Jin Bao covered his nose with his hand to stop the blood from flowing and suppressing the pain said, I'm fine. Sun Man Jia still wasn't reassured and continued to ask, Are you okay? Jin Bao, in pain, replied, I'm fine. I just got a bit distracted. Suddenly, Jin Bao pulled out a knife and said, You guys step back a bit. This time I'm more serious and don't want to hurt you. At that moment, Lin Ke smirked slightly, casually putting his hands in his pockets, standing tall and confident. Jin Bao threw the knife straight at his position, saying, Come on, let me see your true skills. He quickly caught it, his face now showing seriousness. Lin Ke twisted the knife back and stabbed it straight into Jin Bao's stomach. He screamed in pain, Ah! He fell to the ground. The other three looked astonished, their mouths agape in disbelief. The three people didn't know what to say, standing there watching Jin Bao anxiously. And then Sun Man Jia ran while shouting loudly, Run fast. The two people behind quickly followed, but how could Lin Ke let them go easily? He easily struck the two people behind him with his elbow and hand. Then he reached out towards the panicked Sun Man Jia who was fleeing. He stood straight, hands in his pocket, grabbed Man Jia by the collar and said, What time is it that you still want to run? Meanwhile, the two people who had been struck were too weak to get up. At that moment, a lightly curled blonde girl walked in and asked, Ah, Lin Ke, are you okay? The girl continued, I was worried about you, so I came over. Are you all right? Your hand is bleeding. Lin Ke replied, What's there to worry about with these bastards? Go find the principal and tell him my name is Lin Ke. He will take care of this. After saying that, he immediately closed the door and told the girl outside, Wait for me, don't come in here. Everyone outside stood stunned. A man in a lab coat at the back was sweating, calling someone and saying, Medical University Second Hospital, Internal Medicine Department 3, Room 706. Someone was attacked with a knife here. The assailant is Lin Ke. Get someone here quickly. His face was angry as he said, Sun Man Jia can't handle you. I don't believe the police can either. Inside the room, Lin Ke said, From now on, whatever I ask you, answer. Man Jia clasped his hands, looking scared, and replied, I admit defeat today. Whatever you want to know, just ask. Upon hearing the answer, Lin Ke said, I have a question. How did you know I was at the hospital? You guys are quite skilled. Taking advantage of the fact that I was out for a meal, you came here to wait. Timing is perfect. Man Jia raised his finger, trembling as he replied, It was Ni Zhang Yang who told us. To take revenge for yesterday, I brought people here. Lin Ke pondered suspiciously. Ni Cheng Yang. Sun Man Jia, looking submissive, defended himself. What time is it now? Why would I need to lie to you? Lin Ke sneered, responding leisurely. This ends here. Let's talk about something else. He frowned and continued. Your brother must be the one named Sun Man Lu from the northeast, right? Sun Man Jia, terrified and panicked, replied, Do you already know my brother's identity? He pointed directly at Sun Man Jia, his face angry as he ordered, Call your brother, I have something to say. Sun Man Jia hurriedly called his brother on the other end. As soon as he picked up, he quickly said, Hello, brother? The voice on the other end quickly asked, Have you resolved the situation at the hospital yet? Lin Ke snatched the phone from Man Jia's hand and continued the conversation with Sun Man Lu. It's not even bedtime yet. What are you dreaming about? He looked at the burly guy lying unconscious on the floor and continued, That guy named Jin Bao was stabbed by me and is lying on the floor here. As for your disappointing younger brother, he is also in my hands, so you're out of luck. Sun Man Lu on the other end was so angry that his face turned dark his hand clenched as he slammed it on the table. He was both surprised and furious. "Mr. Lin, you really caught me off guard. At such a young age, and yet at this level, I'm impressed. Let's arrange a place to meet. Let's just end things here today. I won't cause trouble for the person next to you. Let's settle this privately." Upon hearing that, Lin Ke subtly reminded him, "You really don't know what's good for you." Man Lu immediately replied, "I admit that if we were in Shanghai or the southern regions, I would not be a match for you." At this moment, he looked serious, furrowing his brow but still maintaining a calm demeanor to respond. "But you need to remember, this is the Northeast." Then he set up an appointment. 3 days later at 8 p.m., "Let's meet at the Shangri-La Hotel." Lin Ke stood with his hands in his pockets, appearing calm and agreeable. Meanwhile, Sun Man Jia was sitting on the floor, terrified. Outside, the elevator opened, revealing a group of neatly dressed men in suits with serious expressions, waiting for the doors to fully open. Their entrance startled Lin Ning and the others standing there. As Lin Ke opened the door and saw them, he surprisingly said, "Are you here to arrest someone?" Then he turned around, pointed at the people lying on the ground, and calmly demanded, "Since you're here, take the people inside away. They have already confessed to their crimes, and the dagger only has his fingerprints on it." He didn't forget to add, "Moreover, the accuser also has issues. They seem to have malicious intent just like those inside. You should check that out." The police officer was taken aback upon hearing this, and then Lin Ke leisurely walked away, turning to a Ning to say, "The matter has been resolved. Let's go." But she still anxiously asked, "Are you sure everything is fine? What did you do?" Lin Ke turned back with a very pleased expression and said, "The heavenly secrets cannot be revealed. You don't need to ask too much, let's go." The two of them exited the hospital. Lin Ke yawned and said his farewells. "I'll go ahead." And Ning still kindly inquired, "Have you booked a hotel yet?" He replied, "It's right next to your place, Four Seasons Hotel." And Ning looked at her phone and tiredly said, "It's almost dawn. I'll just get some sleep at the hotel." Lin Ke responded, "Okay, let's go then." Watching the two walking side by side, Ni Cheng Yang observed from upstairs, his jaw clenched in anger, growling, "Those two." Suddenly from behind, the police officer approached and asked, "You are Ni Cheng Yang, the one who reported it, right?" He hesitantly replied, "Yes, that's me." Out of nowhere, the police arrested him, and Ni Cheng Yang felt both surprised and scared. At Four Seasons Hotel, the two were walking arm in arm while chatting happily. Lin Ke teased, "If you keep following me like this, it feels like a secret affair." And Ning chimed in, "I'm not scared. What are you afraid of? By the way, how did they know to come looking for you today?" Lin Ke lowered his eyes and sighed. "Because your boyfriend reported it to the police, it's that simple." She was alarmed by this information and asked, "He reported it to the police?" Then she made a face of disbelief, reproaching Ni Cheng Yang. "This guy is truly beyond saving. We've been in love for a year. He still couldn't see it." Lin Ke still cheerfully reassured, "It's okay. We will break up sooner or later." Then you waved goodbye. "Don't stay up too late. Go back to your room and get some rest." On the second day at the Agricultural Science Institute, Lin Ke was introducing to everyone when a Ning's phone rang. She quickly answered the call, asking anxiously, "Mom, what's wrong? Did something happen to Dad?" The voice on the other end replied, "Your dad is still doing well." Mrs. then recounted her situation. "It's Ni Cheng Yang's parents who came to the hospital to discuss the marriage. You're not here and I don't know what to say. Can you take a leave and come to the hospital for a trip?" And Ning was immediately alarmed. She raised her voice to instruct the other end, "Mom, wait for me at the hospital. I'm coming over right now." Lin Ke approached to ask, "What's going on?" Ni Cheng Yang is at the hospital. Her face flushed with anger. She gritted her teeth and replied, "My dad is still at the hospital, and they came over to talk to my mom about marriage. I really don't understand what their family is thinking. It drives me crazy." And Ning turned to him with a serious expression, demanding, "You have to go to the hospital with me." Lin Ke was taken aback, surprised by her request, and asked, "What do I go for?" "To pretend to be your boyfriend." She solemnly raised her finger and continued, "Is there still a question? At that time, you just need to say that your family has a lot of money. Moreover, we have already slept together." She went on to express her opinion. "However much money you have, say it like that. Make it so extreme that they realize it's impossible and back off. Even if it kills me, I have to make it clear to them." The expression on her face frightened Lin Ke so much that he broke out in a sweat. Feeling uneasy, Lin Ke touched the back of his neck and hesitantly asked, "Are you sure that's how we should say it? Won't it make you seem like someone who is greedy for wealth?" And Ning replied nonchalantly, "Other people can say whatever they want." Lin Ke gave a thumbs up, indicating agreement. "That's scary," this mind said. "I need to learn from you." A little while later, the two of them arrived at the hospital where Ning's father was being treated. And Ning anxiously asked Lin Ke, "Did you remember everything we talked about on the way?" He cheerfully replied, I am a multimillionaire with a net worth in the tens of millions, living in a villa, driving a supercar with money to spare. The door to the hospital room was immediately opened. The room was quite crowded at that moment, and Ning and Lin Ke walked in together. She greeted Mom, Uncle, hello everyone. And Ning whispered to him, the people sitting next to Ni Cheng Yang are his parents. The other two are his second uncle and third uncle. Ni Cheng Yang's father showed signs of annoyance. In contrast, his mother pulled out a chair and warmly welcomed Ning, come and sit down. She quickly took Ning's hand and rubbed it, which surprised her. She spoke sweetly. It's been a long time since you came to our house for a meal. Aunt has missed you terribly. Once you two get married, I'll cook for you every day. I promise you won't have to eat the same dish twice a year. And Ning decisively withdrew her hand, leaving Ni Cheng Yang's mother astonished. She coldly said, Aunt has something she still doesn't know. Since everyone is here today, I will clarify everything. She announced loudly to everyone in the room, Ni Cheng Yang and I have no more chances. We have broken up, and I'm sorry for making everyone come here for nothing. Hearing this, Ni Cheng Yang became furious and shouted, Ning, what are you saying? Everything was fine. Why do we have to break up? Seeing him get angry, his mother held her son back, fearing he would lose control. At this point, Ni Cheng Yang lowered his voice and continued, I just chose the safest way. If not, things could easily get out of hand. If this happens again in the future, I will definitely stand up first to make sure you don't suffer. And Ning couldn't hear a single word clearly. She gestured for them to leave and spoke coldly. This is not too important. You know what you did in the past. The things I'm not saying clearly are to state your face. Thank you all for visiting my father and son. They need to rest, so please leave. Ni Cheng Yang, frustrated, grabbed Ning's wrist, which made her pale with fear. He lowered his voice. Ning, you. After a moment of panic, she gradually regained her composure and forcefully pulled her hand away from his grip. And Ning walked up to Lin Ke, who was well-dressed and had been watching the drama unfold. She took his arm and introduced him. This is my new boyfriend. Once my father recovers, we will get married. So, you should give up. Seeing this, Ni Cheng Yang was heartbroken. He couldn't believe what he just heard. Impossible. Don't trick me. You've only known each other for a few days, and I know you're still angry, so you deliberately brought him here for me. And Ning exchanged a loving glance with Lin Ke, standing next to him gracefully, and said, this relationship is also a kind of mysterious strength. Although we've only known each other for a few days, I feel he is the one I've been looking for. Ni Cheng Yang, in a fit of anger, pointed at Lin Ke with a look of disdain. Choosing a partner also depends on family background. What does he have to compare with me? He's just a director in the poverty alleviation department. Don't let his sweet words deceive you. Wake up. Lin Ke shrugged and laughed. I'm not as bad as you say. He confidently replied, after all, I graduated from a prestigious university, speak 8 foreign languages, and have a net worth of millions of dollars. How could I possibly be worse than someone worthless like you? And Ning, listening beside them, chuckled awkwardly and thought, I asked you to perform, not to add more drama. Cheng Yang, hearing this, subtly adjusted his glasses to reveal a cunning glint in his eyes. He smiled slyly. Even with your education, your salary is just that. You can't even buy a house. My salary may not be much, but I invest in my uncle's company. My annual commission is over $1 million. Lin Ke unexpectedly wrapped his arm around Ning's shoulders, causing her to blush with embarrassment. He mocked, over $1 million, and you're acting like that? You really haven't experienced life. Did Ning just say net worth of millions of dollars? Are your ears deaf? Ni Cheng Yang's uncle also countered at this moment. Look at your outfit, you're not rich at all. Young people like you haven't experienced life yet and only know how to brag. Hearing this, Lin Ke rolled up his sleeve to reveal an exquisitely crafted gold watch that was shining brilliantly. He smirked and said, this is a commemorative model for the 175th anniversary of Patek Philippe, worth over $20 million. Do you think all the money you have could buy this watch? Not stopping there, Lin Ke took his phone out of his pocket, holding it up in front of Ni Cheng Yang and his uncle as a challenge. If you still don't believe me, I have balance fluctuations on my phone. But the money on my card isn't much, just a few $1 billion. Let's see how many zeros there are. Cheng Yang took the phone, which showed a balance exceeding 1 billion. Ni Cheng Yang and his uncle were very surprised, and their faces turned fearful. Cheng Yang seemed to not believe his eyes, adjusting his glasses to see better, and exclaimed, how is that possible? How can you have so much money? Lin Ke smiled disdainfully and replied calmly, why not? People like you simply aren't worthy of her. Let me take care of that for you. Just go back to where you came from. Seeing the situation become tense, Ni Cheng Yang's parents stood up to prepare to leave. Mr. An, I still have a bit of work to do. Please excuse me for leaving early. And Ning's mother, noticing this, gently advised, let the two children handle their own issues. We shouldn't let it affect our relationship. Ni Cheng Yang also left with his parents. He glanced at the two of them, wanting to say something but holding back. At this moment, Ning finally relaxed her guard and smiled at Lin Ke, saying, you scare me to death. I thought you had a watch worth over $20 million and more than $1 billion in savings. But I'm quite curious, how could you trick the Ni family like that? Lin Ke confidently pointed to the watch and replied, it's true that being a student from a prestigious school might be somewhat exaggerated, but the watch and the balance are real. I am not deceiving anyone. Upon hearing this, Ning was taken aback and stammered, is it really true? Just then, Ning's mother turned to look at Lin Ke, probing, daughter, you two aren't really. She immediately waved her hand to explain, no, it's just to trick them. Otherwise, the Ni family wouldn't back down. How is your father doing? Ning's mother felt reassured upon hearing this. She told her daughter, this morning the principal came by and said at the latest he could be discharged in a week. He can just recuperate at home. She continued, with the hospital fees, we've saved a lot. We have to thank Lin Ke for this. If it weren't for him, we wouldn't have received such treatment. At that moment, she turned to Ning's father and introduced, my husband, this young man is Lin Ke. His work was the one behind your surgery. He is quite influential at the hospital. Otherwise, the principal wouldn't have come to see you so early in the morning. Hearing this, Ning's father happily shook hands with Lin Ke, emotionally saying, young man, thank you. Lin Ke smiled and replied, after you get discharged, uncle, make sure to take care of your health. Suddenly, Ning's mother pushed her daughter towards Lin Ke from behind and reminded, go on, Lin Ke is from out of town. You should take him for a walk on our Zhongyang Street. Otherwise, it would be a wasted trip. Hearing this, Ning cheerfully linked her arm with Lin Ke and sweetly smiled. Yes, we'll go now. At the airport, at that moment, Sun Man Lu and two assistants stepped out of the car and rushed to greet the person who had just come down from the plane. They bowed and said in unison, young Master Wang. Wang Guan, upon seeing the person approaching, greeted happily, Uncle Sun, it's been years since we last met. You still look as young as ever. Sun Man Lu walked closer, shook hands with Wang Guan, and replied in a deep voice, I'm getting old. From now on, the world will be in your hands. He also spoke frankly, we've known each other for many years, so let's stop praising each other. Wang Guan suddenly remembered something and excitedly said, I've been craving the white liquor from the northeast for a long time. We must drink to our heart's content today. Hearing this, Sun Man Lo laughed heartily, opened the car door to invite young Master Wang to sit, and replied, I've prepared everything, just waiting for you. Sun Man Lu moved to another car. As soon as he opened the door and sat inside, Man Jinai asked suspiciously, Brother, I see young Master Wang doesn't seem ordinary. He must be quite impressive, right? Sun Man Lo took out a cigarette, placed it in his mouth, and smiled faintly. Of course, he is impressive. He lit the cigarette with a gold lighter and, with his eyes closed, continued, at just 30 years old, he's already at the D level and soon to reach C level. Do you think the title to Prince of Yanjing comes from nowhere? He has a good background, great talent, and moreover, he is very disciplined and doesn't get involved with women. Manjia listened and asked back in confusion. Doesn't get involved with women? Wasn't there a female secretary next to him when he got off the plane? Slim waist, long legs, and a nice chest. I don't believe there's nothing between them. Sun Man Lu exhaled cigarette smoke, remembering the pink-haired girl with a toned figure. He thought for a moment, I know a bit about that woman. Her name is Lena, and she is no more than 25 years old. Like me, she has reached level C. If it were a solo match, I'm not sure I would be her equal. Sun Man GL looked startled and said, Is she that strong? Sun Man Lu continued to smoke, closing his eyes casually as he replied, She has been trained by the Wang family since childhood and serves as a close guard for Wang Guan. Whenever he goes out, that woman will definitely be following. Suddenly recalling something, Sun Man Lu turned to ask, By the way, has that person been called? Man Jinai nodded and said, The notification has been sent. We will gather at the Shangri-La Hotel at 8 p.m. tonight. Mr. Sun took a long drag and exhaled. A sinister look flickered in the smoke, and he scoffed, Let's see if he dares to come. At a hot pot restaurant at that moment, the bubbling sound and fragrant aroma awakened everyone's taste buds, and Ning, sitting next to Kasai Jin, cheerfully asked, Are you busy tonight? I'll take everyone to the nightclub for a tour. Lin Ke, sitting across from them and enjoying his meal, suddenly heard a phone ring. He picked up the phone and saw an unknown number, so he asked, Hello? A man's voice came over, Mr. Lin, it's already been 10 minutes. Did you forget the time we agreed on? Lin Ke suddenly remembered something and hurriedly replied, Haha, I'm really sorry, I completely forgot. I'm on my way there now. After hanging up, he stood up and said to the other two, "You girls take your time eating. I have to step out for a bit." And Ning nodded and replied, "That's fine. I'll take side Jin out later and we'll call back." A little while later, Lin Ke arrived at the venue. He looked up at the luxurious hotel and thought to himself, "Let's see what you all have planned today." In the large banquet hall, 3 round tables had been set up and almost all the seats were filled, leaving only one spot empty. A man spoke up, "Boss, I think the preparation for today has probably been a waste of effort." The speaker was Zhao Tianjing, level D. He picked up a cigarette to smoke and mocked, "To forget such a big event, I think he doesn't want to come. He might even be hiding back in Shanghai." Sun Man Jie leaned on the table, glanced at Zhao Tianjing, and defended, "You always think the worst of others." It could be that he really forgot. Zhao Tianjing immediately retorted, "How can such a big issue be forgotten? It's just disregarding us. Boss, if he comes, what are you planning to do about this?" Sun Man Lu picked up his glass of wine, his voice cold. "As long as he comes here, raises a glass, and apologizes to me, then this matter will be resolved. How to specifically handle it depends on his attitude. But since he has stabbed Jin Bao, he must pay the price." Suddenly, the dining room door opened. Lin Ke appeared, looking around the dining table before casually speaking. "I haven't arrived yet, so why is the party already starting? That's not how you welcome guests." Sun Man Lu stared at him and said, "I thought you wouldn't dare to come." Lin Ke sat down in his seat, crossing his legs, his demeanor calm as if nothing had happened. "I agreed to meet you, so how could I not come? I got a bit busy and forgot about your side. But this party is quite grand, inviting so many people." Sun Man Lu slammed his glass down on the table, his face darkening, voice icy. "You stabbed my man and also hit my brother. I wonder if you thought about how to resolve this when you came." Lin Ke smirked sarcastically. "Resolve what? Wasn't all of this started by you?" Sun Man Lu couldn't take it anymore, so he stood up and slammed his hands on the table, shouting loudly, "How brave! Do you think this is just any place?" Lin Ke closed his eyes and casually replied, "A restaurant." Zhao Tianjing got up from his chair, walked closer to Lin Ke, rolled up his sleeves, and challenged, "Come on, don't waste words. Let's see what you're capable of." Lin Ke seemed unfazed. He remained comfortably seated and responded, "It is indeed a bit interesting. Didn't you say we were going to discuss? Why do you want to fight now? Some things never change, just solving problems with fighting." Hearing this, Zhao Tianjing was furious, rushing towards Lin Ke and shouting, "I'll beat you to death." Lin Ke easily dodged Tianjing's punch without taking his hands out of his pockets, which left Zhao Tianjing somewhat astonished. Lin Ke closed his eyes and calmly said, "Level D, not bad at all." Seeing the scene unfold, Sun Man Lu and Man Jia were shocked and couldn't believe their eyes. Zhao Tianjing certainly wouldn't give up easily. He kept throwing punches at Lin Ke, but Lin Ke moved very nimbly, avoiding all the blows without any sign of fear. After a while of continuous punching and kicking, Zhao Tianjing was exhausted, his face flushed with anger, breathing heavily, while Lin Ke wore a sly smile. He thought to himself, although he is at level D, he still lags far behind Ning She. Zhao Tianjing immediately returned to a defensive stance, provoking Lin Ke. "Didn't you perform very well when you were fighting Jin Bao? Why are you avoiding me now?" Upon hearing this, Lin Ke stepped closer and replied, "I just wanted to test your skills. I didn't expect to make you misunderstand." At that, Lin Ke's eyes turned fierce. He swiftly thrust his hand forward, grabbing Zhao Tianjing by the head, causing him to pale in fear and sweat profusely. With a loud noise, Lin Ke forcefully slammed Zhao Tianjing down to the ground in front of many witnesses. Zhao Tianjing was bleeding, lying helplessly on the floor, while Lin Ke brushed his hands off calmly, looking at him. Sun Man Lao spoke coldly, "Get him out of here." As Zhao Tianjing was being helped outside for treatment, Sun Man Lu stood up and said to Lin Ke, "No wonder you act that way. It turns out your skills are quite impressive." As soon as he finished speaking, Sun Man Lu's demeanor changed, his expression becoming scarier than ever. He took off his outer jacket, his shirt nearly unbuttoned, revealing his well-defined chest. Sun Man Lu raised his voice in challenge. "Let's see if you can surpass me." Lin Ke stood still, not moving, and calmly replied, "I am well aware of your identity. There's no need for us to take it to the extremes of a life and death situation. All you need to do is apologize to me." Sun Man Lu stepped closer and said, "In your opinion." Before he could finish his sentence, Sun Man Lu jumped up and kicked Lin Ke with anger, saying, "You still don't understand me." Lin Ke quickly raised his hand to block the kick, thinking, he has reached level C. This will indeed turn into a fight like with the man in black. Sun Man Lu launched every attack with great ferocity, gradually closing in on Lin Ke. Yet Lin Ke seemed to anticipate his every move, evading skillfully and taking advantage of openings to counterattack fiercely. Sun Man Lu was sweating profusely, feeling somewhat scared and anxious, thinking, this person's combat skills and physique are even better than Wang Guan. Noticing Sun Man Lu getting tired and losing focus, Lin Ke seized the opportunity, grabbed his elbows, and forcefully pushed Sun Man Lu to the ground. Sun Man Lu lost his balance and slammed down on the floor in front of everyone. Before he could get back up, Lin Ke moved in, stepping on Sun Man Lu's chest, causing him to scream in pain, blood spilling from his mouth. Sun Man Lu struggled to endure the pain, not making a sound. Lin Ke saw this and coldly said, even though you're at level C, you're out of my match. Just give up. Suddenly, to Lin Ke's left, a gun was aimed directly at his head. Sun Man Jia held the gun threateningly and said, let my big brother go. Lin Ke showed no signs of fear and calmly asked, oh, a gun? Do you think you can intimidate me? Sun Man Jia growled, do you think I'm afraid to use it? Without waiting any longer, he immediately pulled the trigger. The bullet flew straight ahead, but Lin Ke reacted very quickly, leaning his head to the side, causing the bullet to hit the wall instead. Everyone in the room was taken aback, wide-eyed at seeing Lin Ke dodge the bullet. They exclaimed in surprise, no way. Before Man Jia could fully process what had happened, he saw Lin Ke approach, smirking disdainfully. What you have in your hand seems to be fake. In an instant, Lin Ke used one hand to knock the gun out of Sun Man Jia's grip, causing him to groan in pain. Sun Man Jia had now collapsed to the ground. Lin Ke stepped forward, placing his foot on Sun Man Lu's chest and asked, can we have a calm and pleasant conversation now? Sun Man Lu nodded and replied, yes, yes, yes. I admit I was wrong first. I promise I won't cause trouble for you again in the future. Upon hearing this, Lin Ke finally pulled away, coldly saying, no need to apologize. I don't really care. He turned to leave, leaving behind a threatening remark for the terrified Sun Man Lu. I believe your words hold weight. This matter ends here. But if there's a next time, I'm sure you won't see the sun of tomorrow. Suddenly, Sun Man Lu's phone rang. It was Wang Guan calling, and Sun Man Lu quickly answered. Young Master Wang, I'm so sorry. Have you already arrived at the hotel? Yes, I ran into some unexpected issues. I'll come pick you up right away. On the other end, Wang Guan was standing at the reception desk, followed by Lin Ke. He spoke into the phone. Ha, what's wrong with you? With your level, there shouldn't be any problems, right? Sun Man Lu replied angrily. I ran into a lunatic and fell into his hands. Lin Ke seemed to realize something and turned to Wang Guan. Young master, look over there. Wang Guan exclaimed softly. Both turned to look in the direction Lin Ke was walking, and Lin Ke whispered, fighting with Sun Man Lu's people. It seems like it's him. Wang Guan watched Lin Ke enter the elevator and said, he's going down. Let's meet and talk first. Wang Guan hung up the phone and instructed Lin Ke, remember his license plate number and have someone check the activities of the car. In the future, I want to know all its exact locations. Lin Ke replied, understood. I will go arrange it now. The elevator door opened and Sun Man Lu appeared looking very disheveled. He walked over to where Wang Guan was sitting and called out, young Master Wang. Wang Guan looked Sun Man Lu up and down before asking, what kind of business is this? Who attacked you? Sun Man Lu clutched his stomach and tremblingly answered, his name is Lin Ke. He is the chairman of Ling Yun Group. Wang Guan asked in concern Lin Ke. Sun Man Lu hesitated. Young Master Wang, have you heard of this person? Wang Guan shook his head and replied, not familiar, but I have heard of the name Ling Yun Group. But he dared to do this to you. He must have a lot of guts. Wang Guan patted the empty seat beside him and said, sit down and let's talk. Is the opponent really stronger than you? Sun Man Lu nodded, yes. He sat down holding his stomach and continued. Not only does that person have good skills, but when my brother pulled a gun on him, he was able to dodge it and knock the gun away. It's clear he is not ordinary. Wang Guan smiled and said, this has nothing to do with ability. It's a display of psychology. It's just that when you pull the trigger, he reacts first. I, Lin Ke, can do this too. If you shoot from behind and he doesn't see it, then he won't be able to avoid it. Sun Man Lu stroked his chin and thought, so that's how it is. At this moment, Wang Guan frowned slightly and turned to scold Sun Man Lu. The Wang family has trained you for many years. I never expected that just one person with a bit of skill could scare you so much. Did the Wang family place you in the northeast to be useless like this? Sun Man Lu, frightened, waved his hands and stammered. No, Wang Guan didn't want to make things difficult for him anymore. He stood up, closed his eyes, and coldly said, all right, you can step down for now. You don't need to follow me tonight. After saying this, Wang Guan turned around and left with Lin Ke, ignoring Sun Man Lu calling after him. But when they reached the car, Lin Ke turned to ask Wang Guan, Will the young master really take action against Lin Ke? Do you need me to help them? Wang Guan smiled and replied, Huh? When did I say I would take action against Lin Ke? Lena asked suspiciously, Are you implying this to Sunman Lao? Wang Guan smirked, his eyes revealing a sinister glint. Although I always want to kill that brat Lin Ke, he has the Liang family backing him. It's most suitable to let Sun Man Lu handle this. Lena wondered, but given Sun Man Lu's abilities, can he deal with Lin Ke? I have my doubts. We cannot underestimate Lin Ke's capabilities. Wang Guan smiled slyly and replied, eliminating him is impossible. Lin Ke is a formidable opponent. As long as I can make him lose an arm or a leg, that would be enough for me to vent my anger. Wang Guan frowned slightly and thought, we still have one card up our sleeve. If this matter isn't resolved in the end, we will play that card. The Lion family won't be able to protect themselves. The car sped down the road. Lena pondered and asked, does Lin Ke have problems in his private life? Wang Guan nodded in agreement. There's a woman named Jai King Ren, just a small-time businesswoman, but Liang Ru Yu is different. He continued seriously. Their family's status over there has a significant influence. By then, the Liang family will definitely struggle to hold their ground. A while later, at the clinic door, Sunman Lu nervously asked the doctor, how is the situation? The doctor glanced at Manjia's arm, which had been carefully bandaged, and replied, it's a minor issue. The muscles and nerves have all been reconnected. You will need to move it often to prevent adhesions. Otherwise, it could become a significant problem. Seeing the doctor had stepped out of the room, Manjia turned to Sunman Lu and asked irritably, can we really just let it go at this point? Sunman Lu turned to instruct his followers behind him. Everyone except Zheng Kunpeng go outside. They all replied in unison, yes. Sunman Lu took a cigarette from his pocket and began to light it. After taking a puff, he said to Zheng Kunpeng, Brother Zheng, arrange for a few people to find an opportunity to kill him. It's best to find someone ruthless and reckless. After hearing Sunman Lu's words, both Sunman Jia and Zheng Kunpeng were quite surprised. Sunman Jia changed his expression and quietly asked, Brother, do we really have to do this? Lin Ke is the chairman of Ling Yun Group. He holds a high social status. If we act this way, it will attract a lot of attention. Sunman Lu held the cigarette, his gaze gradually becoming sinister. He schemed, don't worry, he's just a business manager. It's nothing serious. He said, you do it not only to take revenge for yourself, but also to have the opportunity to show off in front of the Wang family. Zhang Kunpeng next to him heard this and immediately spoke up, Boss, if you really want, I'll go arrange it now. The hired assassin can come to Bingcheng tomorrow morning. Sunman Lu nodded in agreement. Go ahead, tell him to handle this matter cleanly. Sometime later, at the ski resort where many people were coming and going, and Ning, along with Lai Jin and Lin Ke, were all wearing black ski suits that covered them completely. And Ning excitedly said, you two must be here in Northeast for the first time, right? It would be a shame not to ski at least once. You are about to head back, so you should cherish these last beautiful moments here. The three of them were standing at the starting line. Sai Jin felt very excited since it was her first time here. She happily replied, it's so beautiful outside. I don't want to leave at all. Brother Lin, do you know how to ski? Lin Ke confidently answered, I'm just like you. It's my first time here. I've never seen snow before. Isn't it just skiing? Even though I've never done it, I can learn a bit now and be able to ski right away. And Ning smirked mockingly and said, Class, I have to study for 2 winters to consider it an introduction. Do you think you can just take a look and know it right away? From a distance, someone was silently observing them. He had a cigarette in his mouth and murmured, you really know how to enjoy, yet you brought 2 beauties here to ski. Another voice rang out. It was the short-haired man wearing a purple puffer jacket. He laughed and said, anyway, we all have to die. Just let him indulge a little. The one who was observing earlier had long hair that covered half his face and wore a green puffer jacket. He said to the person behind him, let's go inside and check the terrain. Once we find a suitable location, we can continue our discussion another day. Suddenly, he turned around, his expression becoming more serious, and added, but as long as we find the right opportunity, we can also take action today. On this side, and Ning gently said to Xi Jin, Hi Jin, let me teach you how to ski. Sai Jin, feeling shy, replied, okay. And Ning turned to Lin Ke and probed, Lin Ke, are you sure you can't ski? But looking at your expression, you don't seem scared at all. Hai Jin looks more like a beginner learning for the first time. While Xi Jin trembled in fear looking at the slope in front of her, Lin Ke casually responded, what kind of reasoning is that? I am an experienced person, okay. After saying that, he immediately started off. Lin Ke sped away confidently, leaving the 2 girls behind. Suddenly, in front of him, a toddler who was just learning to walk stumbled into his path, causing him to jump and shout, "Damn it." Lin Ke quickly swerved to the side to avoid crashing into the boy, but ended up falling hard onto the runway, and Ning, watching from the slope, couldn't help but laugh until tears streamed down her face. Haha, finally a chance for revenge. Lin Ke got up after falling onto the runway. He gently rubbed his neck, which was hurting from the impact. At that moment, and Ning and Xie Jin slowly glided over to Lin Ke. Xie Jin gently said, "Brother Lin, take it easy. Didn't sister and Ning already tell you?" She hadn't practiced for 2 years just to learn basic scanning techniques. You can't expect to slide right away after just starting. Lin Ke stood up, brushing off the snow covering his clothes, and mockingly replied, "With her IQ, it's normal for her to take 2 years. Not like her." And Ning looked at him, her eyes filled with anger. Furious, she raised her voice in challenge. "Lin Ke, I'll give you 1 hour. Later, let's see who's better on the advanced snow slope." Lin Ke certainly would not back down. He quickly agreed, saying, "All right, let's play." Half an hour later, Lin Ke was still diligently practicing at the ski slope. He seemed to have mastered controlling the snowboard and could glide without the use of poles. Lin Ke smiled smugly, thinking to himself, "I feel that this type of snowboard suits me very well." At the appointed time, Lin Ke went to the premium snow slope as promised and saw Ning and Xie Jin already there. And Ning glanced at Lin Ke, crossed her arms, and asked, "How far have you progressed?" With one hand on his hip and the other holding the snowboard, Lin Ke candidly replied, "Basically, I don't fall anymore, but my posture isn't quite perfect." Upon hearing this, Ning felt proud and said, "It's really good to have learned this much in just over an hour." Taijin also covered her mouth and chuckled. "Brother Lin, I know you're amazing, but please don't exaggerate." Lin Ke ignored their teasing comments. He boldly stated, "I'm an adult after all. Once words are spoken, they can't be taken back. Let's go, now it's time for us to compete." They didn't realize that their conversation had been overheard by someone hiding behind a tree. The man in the purple jacket looked at Lin Ke and praised. "This young man is quite impressive. He's learned about 80 to 90% in just a short time." The long-haired man who covered half of his face coldly spoke up. "This is not something we need to worry about. This deal is worth $1 million for one person, and once the job is done, arrangements will be made for them to go abroad to avoid investigation. This amount of money is definitely not easy to attain. Therefore, we must be very careful when we take action later. If the opportunity isn't right, we shouldn't rush." The man in the purple shirt revealed a sinister expression upon hearing this. He whispered, "I know that. It's not my first time doing this. Moreover, they even moved to high-end snow roads as if they are creating an opportunity for us." The long-haired man then pointed to that direction and ordered, "Let's go. Get the tools ready to start the job." The man in the purple shirt immediately signaled his compliance. Understood. On this side, Ning and Lin Ke were preparing to compete. She turned to Lin Ke and asked, "Do you need me to give you a head start of 10 meters? He smiled confidently and replied, "No need to give me a head start. Let's keep it fair to avoid you having an excuse if you lose." And Ning did not say anything further. She began to count down, preparing to start. "Then let's start now. 3, 2. As soon as she finished speaking, both quickly slid down the slope, each showing a determination to win at all costs. After skiing for a while, Lin Ke had already left and Ning far behind. She looked at him, confused, and thought, hasn't he never skied before? How does he have such skill? Suddenly, Lin Ke stopped in surprise and waited for Ning to glide over slowly. Both of them were skiing at a slow pace. He looked at her and scoffed, "Your speed is still a bit lacking. You talk big, I thought you were actually good. So amateur." And Ning was furious upon hearing this, but couldn't retort. "You." She angrily said to Lin Ke, "You should stop being so smug. There's still a long way to go. I can always catch up to you. I am sure I will win." Hearing this, Lin Ke waved goodbye to her. "Then I wish you good luck." After that, he quickly sped off, leaving her stunned and speechless. A moment later, Lin Ke had already skied down to the finish line, where Xie Jin was waiting. Seeing him arrive, she was very surprised. Xie Jin ran over to him and asked, "Brother Lin, why are you back so soon?" Lin Ke replied with a smile, "Because she's too weak." As soon as he finished speaking, and Ning could be seen skiing back from afar, raising her pole ready to hit him, she shouted loudly, "You lied to me. Clearly you know how to ski, and yet you lied." Lin Ke laughed with satisfaction and said, "I don't know. I just learned by watching others play earlier." Hearing this, and Ning felt ashamed. She sulked and thought to herself, "I've been skiing for 2 years, yet I can't compare to him." Seeing that Ning was still angry, Taijin stood beside her and advised, "Sister and Ning, the result is clear. It's useless to say these things. Moreover, losing to Brother Lin is nothing to be ashamed of. I've known him for a long time, and I've never seen him lose. Of course, Ning would not easily concede defeat. She turned to Lin Ke and continued to challenge him. Let's go, let's go. Let's take the lift one more time. Lin Ke calmly replied, I think you should stop fighting a losing battle and just admit your defeat. Despite saying this, the two of them took the lift again. Lin Ke teased Ning, if you lose again, you have to call me daddy. I'll take a bit of a loss, considering teaching you. And Ning was furious and scowled, shouting, Perfect, I'll crush you. While they were sitting on the lift below, preparations were already underway. The long-haired guy said into the walkie-talkie, their lift has started moving. What's the situation on your end? The guy in the purple shirt, hiding in the bushes, was aiming with a sniper rifle and replied, no suitable opportunity yet, I'm waiting. On this side, the long-haired guy who covered half his face carefully instructed, if we don't find the opportunity this time, wait until another time. We must strike decisively. If you're not sure, don't pull the trigger. The walkie-talkie immediately crackled with the voice of a comrade. I understand. Lin Ke stood on the snowboard, excitedly asking Ning, are you ready? And Ning was equally excited. She immediately replied, we can start now. She began to count down, glancing at Lin Ke. 3, 2, 1. Then she shouted, go. And Ning shot forward like an arrow ahead of Lin Ke. Seeing herself in the lead, her competitive spirit made her think, this time I have the advantage. Suddenly, Lin Ke surged ahead at breakneck speed, and Ning chased after him, looking at him with confusion. How can you be so fast? Lin Ke smiled at her. Just good technique. She pouted, refusing to give up. Did you really learn to snowboard in just over an hour? Seeing in Ning's expression, Lin Ke felt pleased. Of course, from a distance, Lin Ke's entire body was in the sniper's scope. The sniper adjusted his aim and immediately pulled the trigger, shouting, drop dead. A bullet suddenly shot straight into Lin Ke's right shoulder, causing his body to stagger and fall. When Ning saw Lin Ke fall, she immediately stopped and shouted, Lin Ke. The wound made him look at Ning in pain. Don't be afraid, I won't die. Noticing that Lin Ke's life had not been taken, the person hiding behind a tree gritted their teeth and picked up the walkie-talkie to order, damn it, he's not dead, move fast. And Ning held Lin Ke's trembling body and shouted, help, help. Lin Ke looked at her with a pained expression and quickly told Ning, call the police first, cordon off this area, I'll handle the rest. She complied and picked up the phone. Okay. I'm going to report to the police now. Against the beautiful backdrop of the snowy mountains, Ning contacted the police to report the situation. Hello, officer, we were just shot at. The police acknowledged the information. All right, we understand the situation. We are heading there immediately. Then she supported Lin Ke, leaning against him while walking anxiously. Hugh, Lin Ke, it's my fault. I shouldn't have brought you here. He hugged her waist. I'll get you down the mountains soon. Despite the wound on his shoulder bleeding, Lin Ke remained optimistic and reassured Ning. Although I haven't touched other places yet, your waist is indeed extraordinary. This feeling. Currently only worried about Lin Ke's life, she ignored his teasing. Touch, touch, touch. You can touch wherever you want. The sound of the ambulance arrived, the alarm echoed. Inside the vehicle, the doctor kept reminding Lin Ke, hold on a little longer. I will perform a preliminary examination first and then report it to the hospital authorities. The pain from the injury had made Lin Ke uncomfortable. He frowned and said, it's a burn down to the muscle and my right shoulder has no feeling anymore. It might be a torn tendon. Just report it like that. Clean the wound for me first. The doctor and the nurse were surprised. How do you know? Before Lin Ke could answer, the phone rang. Liang Ru Yu on the other end anxiously asked, how's the wound? What did the doctor say? Is it serious? Lin Ke was surprised. How did you know something happened to me? Seeing that Lin Ke was seriously injured, she angrily slammed her hand on the table. It was Principal Chen from the Research Institute who called me. I'm on my way to the airport now. Someone from the organization will also be there. They will arrive in Bingcheng tonight. Lin Ke ordered in fear. No, don't come. This matter is not over yet. I have to handle it personally. Liang Ru Yu was still irritable at Lin Ke's indifference to his life. She shouted, how can you not go when something this serious has happened? Lin Ke quickly advised her. But if you come over now, it will alert the enemy. Please listen to me. Wait a few days before coming over. Otherwise, my plan will fall apart. Realizing the situation was dire, Liang Ru Yu held back and said, I'll give you 3 days. If you haven't resolved this matter by then, I will come over myself. Seeing Liang Ru Yu's tone soften, Lin Ke no longer felt irritated. He reassured her. Okay. Don't worry too much. I'm in the ambulance. Once this situation is over, I will call you. As soon as the call ended, the doctor reminded him. Mr. Lin, hang in there a little longer. We're almost at the hospital. Lin Ke looked around at everyone in the ambulance and hesitated before speaking. I need to remind you of something. All eyes turned to Lin Ke, waiting for his next words. He seriously commanded, no matter who asks you about this when we get there, just say I am seriously injured. There's no need to say anything else. Otherwise, I will make you regret it for the rest of your lives. The doctor and nurses, not wanting to jeopardize their livelihoods, immediately nodded. I understand, Mr. Lin. Lin Ke reminded the doctor. Zhang Daiyong is taking my emergency case. He nodded. All right. At the International Hospital, the doctors quickly took him to the operating room. Surrounding him were the best professionals in the field. Director Lin, we just checked a bit. Although the wound is quite large, it is not too serious. Sun Bo Tao, the head of the surgical department and the one performing the surgery, said, don't worry, there won't be any lasting effects. The skills of the doctors here reassured Lin Ke, but there was only one thing he needed to focus on. Lin Ke reminded, I know, but there's one thing I want to repeat to you all. Receiving the directive, Sun Bo Tao listened. Director Lin, please go ahead. Lin Ke looked around and replied, although the injury is not too serious, please do not disclose this outside. Just tell them that it is very serious and that there is a possibility of amputation. Sun Bo Tao and the other doctors were all taken aback. What? Lin Ke's eyebrows furrowed threateningly. You don't need to ask anything, just do as I say. The threat from Lin Ke made everyone lower their heads in compliance. Sun Bo Tao said, all right, I understand. In the patient recovery room after surgery, and Ning was worried. Xia Jin, unable to hold back her tears, asked Lin Ke, Brother Lin, do you want to eat anything? I can go buy it for you. This sorrowful crying made Lin Ke feel annoyed. He sat up, removed the oxygen mask, and said, can you please stop crying? I'm not dead yet. Why are you two crying as if you're watching over a corpse? Xia Jin couldn't hold it in any longer and burst into tears. The doctor said your condition isn't good, and you might have to amputate your arms, sob. And Ning also couldn't help but shed tears in response to the concern from the two beautiful girls. Lin Ke could only helplessly lean back. Well, the doctor said it might happen. I'm a bit hungry. You two go out and buy me something. It's already after 10 p.m. Seeing Lin Ke wanting to eat, Xia Jin couldn't contain her joy. Okay. What does Brother Lin like to eat? I'll go buy it for you. Lin Ke excitedly said, get some spicy soup and grilled food and 2 bottles of Daksu beer. And Ning, worried about Lin Ke's health, stood up to stop his bad idea. What time is it? And you still want to drink? Don't you want to get better? She reminded Xia Jin. Just buy him something light. Don't get too much meat. After a while, she thought it would be better to let herself go shopping. She turned around and continued, forget it. I'll stay here to keep an eye out while you go. And Ning left, and Lin Ke also advised Xia Jin. Xia Jin, you should go home first. She pouted and shook her head, replying, I don't want to go. I want to stay by your side. For girls like her, Lin Ke would have ways to coax them. He gently placed a hand on Xia Jin's shoulder and expressed secretly, the work at the hospital is still waiting for you. I can't go back. You also have to go home and help me sort everything out. It's almost time to return. At this moment, nothing unexpected could happen. Xia Jin was persuaded and no longer insisted. She nodded. Okay, that's right. She stood up and put on her bag. This survey is also coming to an end. There are still a few documents that need to be prepared, so I'll head back first. If anything comes up here, remember to call me. Lin Ke waved goodbye. Got it. I understand. As soon as Xia Jin left, he quickly responded. When the call connected, Liang Ru Yu seemed ready to jump out of the screen and tear him apart. Do you want to make me mad? You only just answered the message now. Lin Ke comforted the woman on the phone. Didn't I tell you it's fine? No need to worry. But Liang Ru Yu did not calm down and became even more sulky. You speak so lightly. With such a big issue occurring, how can I not worry? She fell silent and then gently asked, does the wound still hurt? Will there be any lasting effects? Have you figured out who did it? In response to her question, Lin Ke fearfully replied, I encountered someone here named Sun Man Lu, the biggest gang leader around. But then he quickly composed himself and slowly recounted to Liang Ru Yu, however, just yesterday, I dealt with that person. Normally, he wouldn't dare to take action against me again. Therefore, there must be some hidden reasons behind this. Didn't you say that this area belongs to the Wang family? So please help me investigate their connections. Liang Ru Yu complied. Okay, I will report back to you tomorrow. The door suddenly opened and Ning walked in with a bag of items, looking around. Where's Xia Jin? Lin Ke quickly put away his phone and calmly replied, she had some matters to attend to, so I sent her home. And Ning didn't ask anything further, but still seemed agitated. Let's eat quickly. Lin Ke watched her sit down and added, you should go back too. I can manage here alone. But Ning did not listen. I will go back today. I will stay by his bedside. And Ning gracefully picked up a spoonful of porridge, blew on it, and smiled as she brought it to Lin Ke's mouth. Time to eat. And Ning's actions moved Lin Ke. He thought to himself he'd never expected that the first person to feed him would be her. Jiang Bai, Wangjiang Villa, a voice echoed. It must have hit Lin Ke. Two mercenaries boasted about the assassination as if they had won a grand prize. It hit for sure, but not in a critical spot, only in the shoulder. The exact severity of the injury could not be determined yet. If needed, we can go to the hospital to gather some information. Sun Man Lu exhaled a long puff of smoke, holding the cigar in his hand, then gave the order. No need for that anymore. Soon, the two of you need to go into hiding. Find a discreet place to hide away. After that, I will arrange for you to leave Poloxea. At Sun Man Lu's words, they were fearful. Boss Sun, are you dissatisfied with us because we did not complete the mission well? The sound of two ID cards slapping down on the table echoed. Sun Man Lu crossed his legs and replied confidently. It's not that. I know his capabilities, and you did quite well given the circumstances. Each of these cards contains 1 million. I will handle your departure from here. Just wait for my news. Seeing money makes people more alert, and the two mercenaries are no exception. They kept saying, thank you, boss. After quickly closing the door and leaving, Sun Man Lu turned to speak with his subordinate. Mr. Zhang arranged for the entry. When there's an opportunity, leave immediately. Receiving the order, he stood up seriously. Yes, but what about Lin Ke? Sun Man Lu just smiled. First, keep an eye on the situation at the hospital, then find someone to infiltrate and deal with him. This time, no mistakes can be made. Mr. Zhang promptly complied, understood. Seeing his subordinate leave, Sun Man Lu just stood from afar watching his back. Sun Man Jia also looked at Mr. Zhang's back and asked, isn't this a bit too ruthless? But the dark intentions had clouded Sun Man Lu's judgment. He replied, Big brother, do you know why you haven't been able to advance all these years? He glared at his subordinate. It's because you're not ruthless enough. Sun Man Jia felt scared. Do you mean that this is necessary? After all, Lin Ke is a well-known businessman. If we really do this, it will create a negative social impact. But Sun Man Lu did not care. He replied, there is no other way. For now, you only have one path, and you have to do it. He clenched his fist, the veins bulging, and slammed it down on the table. Inside Sun Man Lu, now only evil could satisfy him. He raised his fist and vowed, I must continue down this path. This is an opportunity, and it is also a test from the Wang family. I must seize it. The next morning in the hospital, Ning was sound asleep on the chair. Lin Ke had been awake for a long time. He picked up his phone and texted, I have investigated. Lin Ke lightly tapped Ning's forehead and said, the doctor will be checking soon. You should go see if he has arrived. And Ning woke up like a little kitten in a daze, yawned slightly, and nodded. Okay, got it. Lin Ke continued to focus on his main task on the phone, while Ning was looking for the doctor. He called Liang Ruyu directly and asked, have you found any information? On the other end of the phone, Liang Ruyu's voice came through, just as you thought. She was afraid of the secrets she was about to reveal to Lin Ke. Sun Man Lu is indeed the secret force that the Wang family has nurtured. Moreover, he has reached level C already. She continued, 3 nights ago, Wang Wan arrived in Bingcheng to prepare for a business trip abroad to discuss an import deal for wooden goods. Hearing this information from Liang Ruyu, he raised his eyebrows and curiously asked, he arrived 3 days ago, so didn't he get to Bingcheng a day before Sun Man Lu took action? All right, you know now, you don't need to worry about the following matters. Let me handle them, he said. As always, the door was wide open, but when Lin Ke was on the phone, he suddenly asked, didn't you say she was going to buy breakfast? The way you two are dressed really surprises me. Hu Yulu and Ning Shi appeared before Lin Ke, wearing sexy nurse outfits that enhanced their allure. Ning Shi provocatively asked, great, it's been so long since you've seen us, but you recognized us at first glance. How does our outfit look? Is it sexy? Lin Ke looked at the seductive woman and teased softly. I think it should be a bit shorter to be perfect. Ning Shi was not to be outdone. She turned around and arched her back like a shrimp, saying, once your wound heals, I will definitely fulfill your wish.